Hello there, welcome back to the channel. I am Toybox, and today's project is installing this front bumper light bar I picked up at Tesstudio.com. Discount code will be in the description down below. Definitely check them out. They have some great products. But for now, let's install this thing and see what came inside the box. Alrighty, so here we have the box in which it came in. Some plugs, a pry tool, more plugs, some electrical tape, very important. Looks like a wrench, an epic baton for twirling, and some goofy gloves that we do not need because I have my own. More electrical things. That's pretty much it. Let's get to it. Here we go. Step one. Okay, real step one. Let's start off by taking off this trim panel and this trim panel. For that, we will be using the pry tool. Once we take these off, we will need the wrench and take off these two bolts. Now, all we have to do is repeat the process on the other side and we will be good to move forward. Now we have to unclip and take off this top panel. What I'm going to do is use our trusty pry tool and start from this end, then move down across. Now that we have the panel off, there's two bolts we have to remove. Here's one, and you'll notice it's attached to the trim itself. And the other one is down here, right here. That's it. And after that, we'll be able to remove the entire front piece. Now, let's take off the bolts. Before we get to take off the big panel, we just have to remove these two bolts. Super easy, as we just have to twist. Instead of them going up and down, we have to rotate it until it's left and right. Then we can just grab, wiggle, pull them out. See? Grab, twist, and they'll come out. There we go. Moving on. Okay, on to removing the panel. Couple of things we want to look out for. First, the power button is still connected, so we do need to unplug the electrical. And the wiper fluid cap is right here, so we have to move this carefully, because if we go caveman, we can completely rip it out, and that's no bueno. Carefully left it hanging on one side, carefully slipped it out on the other. Now we will be good to unplug the electrical. So here you can see that there's this tiny little point right here. We just have to press it in and it'll unclip. There you go, nice and easy. We can officially fully take this thing off. So here we go, let's remove this thing. How cool is this? That's awesome. I hadn't seen that before. Okay, on to removing the piece we're replacing. There's only 4 clips. Here, 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 and here. And for those, you could just push down and it'll pop off. You could technically just pull it off, but I don't want to run the risk of breaking anything. And like the gentleman that I am, I'll be nice and gentle. Now, we could just use the pry tool for this, press down, and bam, all set. The last thing we have to do is unclip this piece since we will be reusing the power button. So we begin by pushing this silver part up. Once that's up, we can officially unclip it, and the rest will slide out. There you go. Now, what we have to do is reuse this portion here, since it's the power button, and we have to transfer it over to the new part. So, to remove this piece, we have to unclip this part and this part right here. Once unclipped, you can just pull it out. Now, we just have to reinstall this piece into what it looks like an epic new light bar. Here's a quick look at what we took off and what we're going to be installing. Now, we grab the new light bar, we reinstall the button right in here. This side is flush, the other side has the slit down the middle. You pretty much cannot mess this up. Flush, slit, match them up, push down, clips in, done. There we go. Time to get these connected. Alrighty, now we grab this cable, clip it in, and boop, all set, moving on. Now that we have the button installed, the wire plugged in, we're gonna put the clips back in. But before we do that, we're gonna grab these cables and we're gonna fish them in through here towards the right side. On to attaching the clips. And there we go. All set. That already looks awesome. Okay, so we officially have the light installed and the two cables we fished through are right here. Now we start installing the harnesses. So the first one we get is this one, which has the purple tip. And what we have to do is unclip this cable, then we attach one end here, another end to this one, and the last long cable gets sent in through here, through the car, and into the dash. But that comes later. So for now, let's get going on this end. This is the easiest clip to remove. We simply have to push up on this tab, and there you go. It couldn't be easier. Now that we've taken this off, we grab the adapter, and we'll be plugging in the purple end where the blue one used to be, which was right here. That's plugged in. Now we take the blue and connect it to the other end. There you go. That's done. Now we take this other end and it'll be connected to the white end on the opposite side. White and red gets plugged into white and red, and all set. We will have this piece remaining, but we'll be working on that in just a bit. Now, to finish off all the front connections, we grab this harness and plug it into the black and yellow wire. Twist around and it'll eventually clip in. There you go, that's done. Now we get ready to send in the extension part towards inside the truck. And into the truck we go. What we have to do is remove this piece right here, then unclip this part. We'll pull most of it back. Then we'll get the wire to go across and all the way into the frunk. With our trusty pry tool, we unclip the top and bottom. Move back the rubber and pull it out, since there's going to be two other clips along the side. This piece has 4 clips. Now onto the other piece. Once unclipped, same process. Using the pry tool, we could unclip things. But this time around, once unclipped, don't fully pull it off. We just have to move this one to the side. Now that we have the top part removed, we pull this back. We have to unclip this piece so we can pull all of this back and get to the electrical. For this clip, I grabbed a flathead so I can pull it up and then remove it. After it's off, we can peel back another layer of things and we will officially be able to get to the electrical ports. Once we have everything pulled back, we'll eventually get to these ports. But the first thing we are going to do is unplug this one and get to the harness. Another easy removal, since we just have to press in the tab, release it, wiggle it, and the clip will come out. There you go. Now we start unraveling the harness, which will clip into this piece. So we'll connect this here. This other end goes into the original slot. Now, on to connecting this portion down below and in here. Okay, we now have this end plugged in. The second half of the cable, which is this, we have to pull this back, and we're going to be unplugging this one on the far end. Unplug it, and the splitter will be going in there. This is also the kind of plug which you just have to press in the middle and then wiggle it to pull it out. Super easy. And now for the splitter. Okay, this area is really tight, but also very doable. You'll just have to slide it in and push until you hear a click, which is a really nice sounding click, by the way. Then we can just stuff the rest of the cable inside here and have it run out through here where we have the other connections ready to be plugged in. This piece connects to the control box, and we'll be sticking that right on here, onto the control box. Plug it into here. Let's peel the sticker, and let's stick it here. There you go. And we've reached the baton portion. What we're gonna do is go through this area, pull this rubber piece off, and then we'll be able to see into the frunk area. It's time to fish this thing through. So now to extend it, we just have to twist it. And now, like a surgeon, we're gonna slide this in and go through. Okay, now that we've fished it through, we should be able to see it coming out through the other end. And there it is. Now we just have to attach the cable with some electrical tape. Let's fish it through. Ba-ba-na-na. Now that we have the cable through, we're going to remove this rubber piece, then fish the cable through here, slide it down, and connect it to these guys right here. Okay, rubber's out, onto the cable inside the hole. Look how pretty that looks. Okay, now the cable is in the hole, so we follow it down the path and we find this cubby hole right here. We just have to pull it out. There's plenty of slack. Then these two connect together. We put the rubber back in place and we are just about done. Okay, those two are connected and the plug is in. Let's get back to the front. The final stage is I'm going to clean this up and make it look as pretty as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be running this cable through here inside this metal bracket where it'll come out of a hole right alongside here. It'll come down here and it'll connect to this piece right here. So now I'll be using some electrical tape and cleaning everything up as best I can. Here's a look at how I attach things. The cable is taped onto here, merged a couple of cords together, and bundled the excess. Attached it onto the factory cable and finishes up here. Everything is nice and neat. Now all we have to do is put everything back together and this project is done. We are officially done. So let's fire this thing up and see how we like it. Here we go. And as we unlock the door, how cool does that look? Let's take a dive in a little closer. The design of the lights flows absolutely perfectly with the rest of the truck. There's no hint that this would be an aftermarket part. It's definitely intense with all of the lights on, and I honestly couldn't be happier with it. The install wasn't bad at all. Everything flowed really nicely. The look and feel of it is fantastic, and when it's all on, it's awesome. If you have any questions at all, just let me know. Truly hoping I'll see you in the next video. That's it from me. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.